Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be having a look at the Slime Marshmallows website. The format is going to be very similar to last time. I'm going to be going through from an e-commerce perspective. For those of you that don't know me, hi, I'm Mira. I have over 7 years of experience in the e-commerce world, and I'm basically here every week to shed some light into why certain websites work, what certain websites are doing to get their customers to convert, how they're doing that, and also tidbits about how you can also utilize the things that they're doing on your own website. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comment section below. Also, if you have a website that you want me to critique, please do let me know, because at the moment I'm just kind of coming up with them on my own, but I would love to get your input as well. If you want me to critique your website or a website that you like, let me know. I'm here. So let's get into it. All that I did, as usual, is I just typed slime marshmallows into Google. This is always the first thing that I do. Essentially, I just want to see, is anyone else bidding on the keywords? Because this is like a smaller website, they don't have that much traffic. I was assuming that they wouldn't have anyone bidding on their keywords, but I can also see now that no one is bidding on their keywords, because you don't see any companies come up that say sponsored. It's literally just this Slime Marshmallows website, and then obviously their Instagram, etc. One tidbit that I actually saw is the fact that they've added their logo, and have a look to see if you've added your own logo, because this is actually something that really either elevates a website or pushes it down. So there are going to be other websites that don't have anything here. This is essentially just a little logo that you've added in. I really like it. I like the logo. It's cute. So let's click and get into it. Looking at the website, I'm going to open up my little cheat sheet that I did. So the way that they've set up their pop-up is, I would say probably like what, 5 seconds, 10 seconds has passed, and then you get a pop-up. I don't know if this is due to inactivity or if this is due to me clicking on my other page or my other screen, and that's why it popped up. Either way, it's a super cute little pop-up. One thing that I really like is obviously they're called Slime Marshmallow, so they've got the marshmallow like all across the entire website, which I think is really cute. And then their main colors, obviously kind of that pink and that blue. In this case, I do not want 10% off. And also, you guys can't see, but I might be able to pull it down. If I click away, basically you get this come back little pop-up within the tab that kind of, it's not bothersome, but it is eye-catching. It's like, I don't know if you guys have ever been on like spam websites. They do that a lot as well, where they'll be like, a message is waiting for you. Like, there's no message waiting for you, it's just a scam, but they just want to be like up front. Obviously they'll use like a lot of alert emojis and things like that. I don't think this is bothersome. Some people do find it quite bothersome. I've, let's say, got the tab open. I would be more inclined to close the tab, because if I'm working but I've just left this tab open as, oh, I'll look at it later, I'm annoyed a little bit by the fact that it's there and it's like in your face. So I would probably in this case trial to see what my dwell time is, if it grows or decreases if I remove this kind of comeback announcement bar thing. I don't know how much people are dwelling on a slime website, but this might be inhibiting how much time they're spending there. I've had a look in the back end, which you can really easily do, and I see that they're running on Shopify. You can go into right-click, inspect, and then it opens up this little thing, and basically all that you have to do is you just have to look to see. It will say something about who the platform or the website is run on, and in this case I found Shopify pretty easily. There we go. So you can see that they're run on Shopify. Pretty easy way to have a look to see who a competitor might be running on. There are also a bunch of websites that'll tell you this. If you feed them the URL, they'll tell you this is the platform that it's run on, and also who the website is hosted by. So as in like, where have they bought their domain from? Just information that if you're looking to maybe switch or you're looking to start your website, you can have a look to see what your competitors are using and whether or not you like the way that their websites look, because a lot of these different platforms offer different like structures of how the layout is going to go. It's just something to look into. So we come straight to the homepage, and immediately we go into all slime shop here, all collections. One thing that I would do is, obviously most people are going to know that they're buying slimes when they go to a website called Slime Marshmallows, but it doesn't really give any extra information. Like, people are very visual, so my suggestion would always be, when I land on a homepage, is to have actual products featured. Like, there's quite a lot of really nice imagery that they've got here. that could be used on the homepage, just a little collage of the products. Keep the CTA button as shop here, keep the copy as all slimes, but maybe add in like a little bit extra, like for example, you've got artisan slimes handmade in the UK, selling the most unique and high quality slimes. You could add that on your banner as well. Just a little intro for somebody that doesn't know anything about your company, like what makes your company stand out, what makes your products better than the other products that other people are selling, because there's a bunch of people making slime. Why should I buy slime from you as opposed to anybody else? I think that's always good to have front and center on your homepage. Also, what I'd like to suggest is having, instead of having all collections, I would maybe add more products, because my goal is always to have, if somebody lands on the homepage, what is the least amount of clicks that they need to do to be able to purchase something, or at least look at a product. So at this point in time, they'll have to go maybe into the homepage, then into all collections, then into the product, then into add to cart. So there's a lot of steps in between when somebody lands on your homepage and then being able to check out. But for example, if instead of this, which is basically the same as your navigation, so you're kind of wasting a little bit of really prime space on your homepage because it's all above the fold, so I don't need to scroll down to see any of this. You could instead put products that are always in stock here, maybe put 4 of them, list them here. So then a customer lands on your homepage, they immediately see, okay, you're selling slimes, artisan slimes handmade in the UK, cool. And then they look a little bit lower and they'll see, oh, these are the products that are always in stock. And my suggestion would always be to push bestsellers. So have a look at the products that are always in stock and then push your bestsellers. Or if, let's say, you've just got a restock, push those products, but make sure that as soon as they sell out, you remove them from the homepage, because otherwise you're just wasting space on your homepage. So having a look at your navigation, I do like the fact that the navigation is open. So a lot of companies will have navigation where you need to click into it, like for example in unlimited stock, that every single item would be under something like that. I really don't like it, because again, I want somebody to be able to get to where they want to go with as least amount of clicks as possible. It seems nice and clean. The thing that I would suggest is obviously you've got different collections down here than you do up here. Yes, I'm suggesting to change these collections, but looking at it now, I don't really like, we don't have bestsellers up here. People really like bestsellers. We don't have always in stock. Instead, we have unlimited stock, but even that, it takes you here, but you've also got like a drop down, so it is a little bit more cluttered in that sense. If I click into coming soon, it takes me to Sonny's Angels, so there's a little bit of disconnect in between what I'm seeing in the navigation and also what the name of this page is. I personally don't know what Sonny's Angels are. Feel free to explain in the comments below. I don't know. So I would probably, if coming soon is basically just Sonny's Angels, I would obviously change this to Sonny's Angels, if that's something that a lot of people are looking for on your website. If you look at your data, and again, I talk about data a lot, data, you need to know your customer. So how many people are buying these products? Is it worth having these products in your navigation? Because if, let's say, 1 in every 100 people are looking at Sonny's Angels and buying stuff, it's not really worth using the prime location within your navigation to sell these products, because people that want them are going to go here, click into your search and type in Sonny's Angels, and everybody else is just going to be like, I don't know what Sonny's Angels are, that's weird, I don't like it. So you'll need to know your customer. On one end, if you say, yes, the customer is really interested in Sonny's Angels, or we've had a ton of interest on it, 100% definitely put it in the navigation. But if you find that customers are not really that interested in it, or it's a very small niche that only a certain amount of people are interested in, I would not have it in the navigation, just because the navigation is such like an important part of a website. You don't want to be wasting it on something that might not be selling. So if I go into restock, basically everything is almost sold out, makes sense. And I like the fact that you've put shop for always in stock slimes here, and it takes you to the all section, which is also the same one that is all slimes, and also I think under here, oh no, these are different ones. So yeah, essentially there are a lot of pages having the same thing. So you've got always in stock, then you've got all, then you've got unlimited stock, and then also we had this page, which just takes you to the product. So this would link here, this stays here, and all slimes would take you to all products. But my issue with taking people to all products is that you can see these aren't slimes. These are I guess this is just random paraphernalia. And then these are the Sonny's Angels. So again, there's a little bit of confusion in terms of what the customer is clicking on and where you're taking them. So what I would do to make this way easier is I would just have other section where I would put Sonny's Angels, I would put these containers, I would put all sorts of other things like the borax activator, etc. I would put all of those there as an other section. You could have a drop down under the other section. That's also cool if you wanted to break it out into, other, and then Sonny's Angels, if again you think Sonny's Angels are something that are really selling and people are looking for. I don't know, I don't see your data. And then again, if you feel like customers are looking for different types of slimes, cool, keep these as a drop down, as long as under all slimes you've basically only got slimes, and the fact that you can filter, but at the moment you can't filter. So one website that I would suggest that we have a look at as a competitor or someone that I think is doing well is Slimoji, because if you have a look, they've got availability, texture, and slime level. So instead of having a drop down with a billion trillion options like this, because customers get very easily overwhelmed, what we could do instead is we could have these exact 3 drop downs. So availability, is it in stock, is it out of stock? Texture, which would also link back to, is it a jelly slime, is it a crunchy slime, a butter slime, cloud slime, clear slime? And then you could even have slime level, which I think is a really nice add-on that Slimoji have done. I'm not a slime expert, please don't hate on me. I don't know what the different levels are. All that I know, clear slime I think is a advanced, yes, woo, go me. But basically you could have these. You don't have to add the level if you don't want to. If you don't feel like customers really care, that's fine. But I would definitely change this filter, because at the moment it's just, there's way too much. And I'm pretty sure you can easily change this in Shopify depending on what the criteria you've set the filter to be as. At this point in time, honestly, I don't think anyone's using it. I would just remove it altogether because it is, I mean, look at it, it's very overwhelming. The other thing that I notice is there are some products pretty high up that are sold out. So in Shopify, you can set it up so that the products are automatically ordered in terms of bestsellers, and basically it moves your sold out products to the very bottom. I would highly suggest doing that, because I don't think the 5-piece 4-ounce container with lids are selling compared to other products. So I would just set it as, sort by bestsellers, best selling, and then it would look a lot more like this, which would be nicer. The other thing that, again, I'm going to go back to Slimoji, that they do really well is there's a lot of consistency across all of their images. Not fully, not perfect, but if you have a look, there's generally 2 types of images. You've got the image of the product with a bunch of like the stuff on the top to make it look like appealing is the word I'm looking for, on a white background, or they've put in a lot more effort and put something behind it as well. So they basically set like a little layout for it as well. But you can see there's a lot of cohesion in terms of what you land on the multi-product page. This is the multi-product page, is the page that has multiple products on it. And you immediately get some kind of like cohesion. Whereas here, a lot of the products, some of them are outside of the box and you've played with them. Some of them are top-down images of just the slime. Some of them again are from like the side of the slime in the box. This one is you holding it in your hand. This one is you playing with it. It looks messy. You want all of your products on the multi-product page to look as cohesive as possible, just because from a customer's perspective, they can't compare the images to each other if one of them looks like this and the other one looks like this, and then the third one has the mix-ins on top of it, and then the fourth one is you playing with it with your hands. Like it doesn't really aid the customer in being able to make a decision. And when a customer is overwhelmed, they will just go to a different website. It's called decision fatigue when 2 things are really hard to compare to each other, or when there's a lot of choice. the customer, instead of being like, yay, a bunch of choice, I feel so happy, they're like, oh god, this is overwhelming, my life is too difficult, and then they just leave, which is obviously not what we want on an e-commerce website. What I would also suggest doing that Slime OG also don't have is, upon hovering over the product, I would suggest having a second image. So my suggestion would be having the products listed like this, so kind of similar to what Slime OG have done. Put in all of your mix-ins, make it look really aesthetic, and then your second image would be, what does it look like after I've played with it? Because I think there's obviously a huge difference between a product when you get it in the box and you put your mix-ins in, it looks really cute and really nice, and then there's what does the product look like after you've played with it. And then once you've done that, I really like the fact that it's a circle. I think that like really draws the eye. Also, it kind of ties in with the marshmallow theme and also with your logo. Really like it, really love it. Also, kind of sticking with the circle theme, I would obviously make all of the images circular. So the borax powder, and I think we had some more. Yes, so the other images I would definitely make circular as well, or I would, like I suggested, move them entirely from this page. Something that I highly recommend to all companies, which you've done here, is, or they, I don't know why I switch between they and you. I'm talking to you, the owner of Slime Marshmallows, or you, whoever is watching, is selling kits. So basically grouping together a bunch of products. Some of them are really high value products in terms of this is what the customer wants. Some of them are less value that maybe you want to push towards the customer. Maybe it's a new product, maybe it's something that hasn't sold as well. Maybe it's excess that you want to get quote unquote rid of. Put it into a bundle and offer, let's say 20 or 15% off. Offer a better deal than your welcome discount on it. And you will see that a lot of customers, because they want the discount and they're like, wow, I'm getting such a good value for it, will purchase the kit. And that is also why we do bundles and kits, which has been done here as well. Because this is in stock, but obviously not as many people are going to buy it because of the higher price range, I would also probably make a separate navigation. I would move coming soon out, and instead I would put in bundles. People love bundles because they know that they're getting really good value and a really good deal. Oh, this one's really cute. So moving on to the product page, again, I like the fact that you've stayed with the circles. I like the fact that you have other images showing the texture, showing what it looks like after it's been mixed up. Excellent, really good. If you can, I would definitely add in a video of you playing with the slime as well, because a lot of people like want to see and hear what it's like, especially with slime. What I think would be great is if the scent was also added in, because at this point I'm not really sure what scent it is. Yep, so this is just comes with the chick charm and top with pastel foam beads. Cool, but definitely like here I would add in these things. Size you've got there, that's great. Scent I would definitely add in. Texture I would add that in as well. Slime level, like I said, you don't have to add in. So essentially they're giving you a lot more information that you then definitely know as a customer what you're getting, as opposed to there's not as much information here. I do like the fact that you give a little intro of the product. I do like the fact that, you know, you basically say that there's a cloud slime in it, there's a clear slime in it, and it'll turn into an icy slime. Cool. I like the fact that you explain that there's a ready mixed activator and a care card in here and a few extras. Excellent, great. And then obviously you've got your do not eat slime, which I would assume that legally you have to put that there. There was one product that I was looking at. One thing that is really important if you have a look is that you need to double check before you post something on the internet. So here, there, it's not finished. So it doesn't give like a professional air of this is a finished product, which is why I think it's just much easier if you have something set up like this in the back end in Shopify. You can just kind of one by one fill out each of these things and it'll just automatically populate on your website, and then you don't need to read through all of like the description and everything one by one, which is quite a lot of faff to do. I know, I've done it, I do it, so I'm definitely with you. The reason that I'm providing this critique is to help others and possibly the person who owns this website make it better. It's not to shit on anybody, it's not to be rude to anybody, it is literally just me giving the world my expertise. So I like the fact that it says that there's secure and trusted checkout, and then it tells you what you can pay with. I really like this because a lot of times what you'll find is that people are unsure what they can pay with. So they'll add something to their cart. They'll go to their cart and then they'll say checkout, and they'll be confronted with, you know, the fact that they can't pay with their card here. And then you'll see a huge drop off of abandoned checkouts because people are like, oh, I can't pay with my card, or I can't pay with PayPal, or whatever a customer wants to pay with. They're then disappointed and they leave. So the way that this is set up is really good, because at least that way you know, okay, so I can pay with all of these things. Excellent. But yeah, overall, again, what we're going to do, and we did this the other week with Lego as well, is we're going to count from the homepage how many steps it takes me to be able to purchase a product. So I have landed on the homepage. Unfortunately, I don't see above the fold any product listings here. So I'm maybe going to click on bestsellers, because that is something that interests me. On the bestsellers page, I'm going to look at what looks cute. I mean, all of them look really cute, actually. Let's do the first one on the list. 4, 5. So it takes me 5 steps to get from the homepage all the way here. I would work on, again, minimizing that. Like I said, I would add some products above the fold here onto your homepage. I would also probably have the slide, what is it, like the side, I don't know what they call it. They have like a specific word on Shopify for it. And like basically reviews, okay, this is what you've got in your cart so far. I think that's a lot better. Or you could even have it like pop up from here without having to click into it, which would be a nice add-on as well. I would add in reviews, because people love reviews. I would definitely add in reviews and showing how many stars a product has got on the multi-product page, because I can see that a lot of the products do have reviews, and they are 5-star reviews. So it would be a shame to not immediately utilize those and show other customers like, hey, customers are interested in, like, this is adorable. Customers are interested in reviews. So I would definitely utilize that there. And I would also work on getting more reviews from customers, because customers love reviews. I would maybe even ask them to send me, you know, videos or, you know, photos of them playing with the slime, because those are the things that make reviews more credible in the eyes of new customers. But yeah, I mean, reviewing the website overall, I would probably, same way I think I gave Lego a super high rating, like 4.7 or probably even a 5 out of 5. I would probably give this website maybe like a 3 out of 5. I don't want to be too hard on anybody, but the reason that I'd give it a 3 out of 5 is because I think that there's a lot of potential things that can be made better. I really like the product. I've purchased from her before. I really like the slime that she made, some of my favorites, but there's a lot of things that I think aren't converting on the website that I think could be changed to convert better in the long run. So yeah, as always, thank you so much for listening. I hope that you've learned something interesting or new that you can utilize on your own website. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below, and I hope to see you next week.